maybe I wasn't that much into the NBA media stuff, so I didn't really pay attention to how much, you know, backlash Kobe was getting, in 2004, 5, 6, 7. Like the LA Lakers fans hated him.
After Shaq
Go and
left.
you look. After Shaq left, after the alleged rape,
Sexual assault.
and sexual assault, sorry, and all of that, and he pushed Shaq out, and then the next season they didn't make the playoffs. Phil Jackson leaves, and I mean, I just didn't like Kobe at that time, so for me I didn't really pay attention to it, but I'm pretty sure that it would have been even worse for Kobe because Kobe was like the homegrown kid and he screwed it all up, and they had the Karl Malone, big four, big five that Kobe just couldn't gel with. He did the Pistons series, so like there was just so much shit about Kobe that I think it's pretty tremendous that he was able to like just take all of that and like come out in a positive way, because he did improve his game. His game went another level. He didn't like shy away like Westbrook did, right? Like Westbrook is now deflecting any responsibility. He's not taking anything on himself. He's not saying, okay, I can improve. Like, okay, I'm 33, but I'm also a phenomenal athlete. I'm a great basketball player. Let me like at least work on things that I can work on. And so I feel like I kind of had a more appreciation for what Kobe went through. That my point is that everyone was hating on him.
Okay.
And instead of him shying away from it, he said, you know what, I'm going to take all of this and I'm going to score the shit out of it. Like, and so then once people see that you're trying, right? Like,
Correct.
see,
I agree.
we don't expect anybody to be superhuman, like other than LeBron, which is crazy because people have such high expectations of LeBron even today. It's crazy. Like I don't think people expected Kobe to take that next leap. I don't think that expectation was there because Kobe, T-Mac, all of these were
just getting into his prime at that time.
Yeah, he was getting into his prime. So no one was expecting that because everyone thought that after what happened and Shaq was gone, it's like, oh, he's nobody without Shaq, right? T-Mac was winning scoring, like AI won scoring championships. What do you call that?
Scoring leader, scoring ring, scoring championship. What is it called?
Scoring champion, yeah. AI was a scoring champion. Then T-Mac was a scoring champion. And so these people were the shooting guards that everyone was like, oh my God, these guys are great. Yeah. Right? And Kobe was like going through this bullshit. And and I think that's why that people they were all going through this tragedy. The Laker fans were going through this tragedy of like, oh, we lost Shaq, oh, we lost Phil, oh shit. And I think like Kobe just said, all right, don't worry. I got all of you. And then and I think that's why they have that kind of love, which I really wish Russell Westbrook did. I think
no, I don't think. I don't think. First of all, I don't think the Lakers fans think of Westbrook as their own. Like they think of him as someone who was traded here. So already there is nothing that like really. So it's clearly like, okay, you perform well, we are going to cheer for you. If you do badly, again and again and again, it's very meme culture driven thing, right? Like whatever happens. Whatever lowlights are there to be shown for Westbrook, that gets shown much more often because those are also higher in number. But I'm saying that I don't think it's fair to compare what Kobe had. No, I don't think it's fair to compare what Kobe had to go because back then even I don't know. I don't even remember. But I know that Kobe was scoring hell a lot. He's like, I'll only do everything. You guys don't worry about it. And obviously that's why they ended up losing again and again. Like they had 3-1 leads up in the series. But because Kobe just said that I can't trust any of you guys to do anything like that. Which is what changed when Phil Jackson came back and then Kobe let loose the reins once again. But I mean, I don't think we should compare Kobe and Westbrook and Kobe's.
No, I'm just talking about taking responsibility.
We're talking about the hate. That part I completely
the hate and taking and basically internalizing the hate and saying, okay, I'm taking responsibility.
Yeah, this is completely the opposite of what Kobe did. Like Kobe said,
exactly,
give me the anger, I will channelize it and get better, and I'll show you that all of you were wrong. Whereas Westbrook is like, I don't care about basketball. I have kids. I have a beautiful wife, beautiful life. You guys are all sad. Which is all true, but that's not why we. The reason that he's getting paid $44 million is not because we want his kids to
He
have
has
a
a wife
nice
and
house.
kid.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's absolutely, it's a little bit sad that he's gone, but because that's not how the old Westbrook would have. That's why I said, right, like the way he is answering itself is an indication that he doesn't believe in himself anymore. The old Russell Westbrook, if you've seen any of his interviews, he never even recognized that Steph Curry was a better player. Steph Curry said that James Harden should be MVP that year, the triple double year. He said, "So what? Who's he?" That is the sort of Westbrook who's like, that was his playing style and that was his like lifestyle as well. That was what he believed in as well. That who the hell are you to say anything? Now he's like, I don't care what you say, but he does care what he says. What does people say? Because he does care when people call him Westbrook. He does care when people insult his kids with using his name, which is all. I mean, obviously that's not fair and all that, but it does affect him. But he's making it seem like it doesn't affect him. Whereas what Kobe did was he's like, yes, bring it on. Say these things. I will listen to it again and again, and I will. But yeah, I mean, I feel Westbrook is like he's no longer that. He's lost that confidence, man. Like he's lost that. It's not that he's lost his lift or his athleticism. He's just lost that confidence. He's just lost that rashness that Westbrook used to have. And I mean, that was the thing that he had. So I don't know if he started concentrating on the things that he didn't have. Maybe people were like, oh, you don't have a jump shot. You should concentrate on that. But maybe nobody told him that you have this attitude. You have this thing that nobody has ever taught you that is there in you. Don't lose it while trying to get something else. So somewhere it's a little odd. I mean, it's not odd. It's sad. As a Westbrook fan, for me, it's sad to see what made him Westbrook just be like, yeah. So that's the sad because now I can't even defend it because the answers that he's saying is like, yeah, this is not the Westbrook that I fell in love with.